Finally, St Mirren provided the opposition. Match commentator Archie McPherson.
A stadium which hasn't been accustomed to all that much adversity in recent decades simply cannot disguise the palpable sense of tension which you feel surrounding the place before a ball is kicked. St Mirren are already thinking ahead to Tuesday. Rangers will walk against Monaco. Today the league business is consigned to a team with seasoned players. George Albert is back to midfield along with Scott Wilson keeps his place with Continent Tuesday, and it was a very special welcome and Michael Moles as he trotted out for the warm-up before the match. The question remains though, is this a huge gamble on this man's total fitness given the immense asset he is to the side? Saints are on a high at the moment with 2 wins in a row, a place in the CIS League Cup semi-final. 4 changes from last Saturday. Scrimger comes back to go. Mackenzie and Lee Sharp start, and so does Stephen McGarry, much to his surprise. Well, he was listed as a sub, but Jose Kitombe was injured in the warm-up, so McGarry, who helped the side with a goal on Wednesday in the League Cup, gets his chance. Referee today, Robbie Orr. Rangers about to start an important 4 days for them in football. First time that Rangers have met in league business in 8 years. So Mirren relishing this and finding an appropriate form to come to Ibrox after such a long time. Here's De Boer. There's a little bit of a turn, can't get away from the marker though. Rickson, the other Dutchman. Back down the Rousseau. Relieved of his captaincy, and Moles gets his first touch. Rickson. De Boer's gone wide. Lovely turn by Moles, and there's Albert, and Miller tries a little touch run, a beautiful move by Rangers, all emanating from that superb turn by Moles, getting away from his marker, swinging round and touching that through. Albert's the ball falling to his wrong side though, prefers it on the left, and Rangers win that corner. Taken by De Boer, a lot of curl in that. Scrimger not happy with it, and that's it. Miller scores the opening goal for Rangers after exactly 1 minute 20 seconds as the St Mirren defence suddenly became static. Well, when I say all he did, he had to keep his composure and then looked up with that little lob and spin. It couldn't be kept out. Rangers are 1 up. And I think that must discharge a lot of the tension that they've scored a goal thus early in the game. Good anticipation by Amoruso. Now Moles. Albert, that's a very good ball to Miller. From his mark is going to let fly. Good run by Miller there. It was a very difficult angle, as you can see from this, but he contrived to get it away from the goalkeeper, and it wasn't far away. Good turn by De Boer. On to Moles. Tries a little one, trying the chip shot there. Well, the last time I saw Rangers playing, they'd hardly a shot at goal. They've now had a goal and 3 good efforts in the first 9 minutes of this game. And Rangers have got everybody behind the ball again. Well, he got away from Amoruso there. Well, played inside, just touched away, and that defence did look vulnerable there. It's a little bit casual in midfield at the moment, Rangers. And that's a very good save indeed from Christensen. Good shot by Scott Walker, the first time that St Mirren have gone anywhere near that goal to any serious intent, and just touched away. Yes, he had to go for it. Here's Newman. Content just to hold on to the ball. He's making plenty crossfield passes, this man. He lets fly. That's a very good shot. That's a very disciplined shot by this man. Head over the ball. He stabbed at it to keep it down, and Derek Scrimgeour did very well to get his body behind it. 9 players behind the ball for St Mirren, making it very tight in there. Here's Newman. Rickson, as I said, very repetitive. Not much variety in the play. Inching forward, Moles. Well, that's great play by Moles. Just scooped underneath it. No, it was so tight, as I said, very difficult to elude anything. Look at the way he does it. That's his speciality. And here is Tugai. That's a better ball to Miller. Now Moles. Well, the St Mirren penalty area simply being besieged. That's a beautiful pass. And it's in, yes! Miller, superb finish and a great move by Rangers. As I said, you cannot allow Newman that space on the left-hand side. And young Kenny Miller, 2 goals now, staking the positive claim for Tuesday night's game as he slides in here to finish a glorious move. Rangers 2 up and looking very comfortable midway through this first half. Still not cleared effectively. Ferguson goes in very well. On it goes to Moles, and there's the ball through to Alberts. He's looking inside towards Miller again, and yes! A hat-trick for the youngster, gloriously put in. Tremendous strike there by Kenny Miller. Well, the manager said he bought him as a squad player, and I think that was entirely right. But how could you drop him after getting into positions to as he's done like that? But great play again, opening defense. Yeah, I think as if he's injured, and he either requires attention or wants it more altogether. We shall see. Here's De Boer. Lovely little run there by Ferguson. Here's Miller again. Yes! Well, he is almost slightly embarrassed by scoring 4 goals in that one so easily. He has come into this Rangers team, and who would dare drop him after a performance like this? Just taken away from him. Michael Moles, great play. Almost got away with that. He's got a broad smile on his face. An exhilarating sense. Look at that. Magical little touches. And he ran out of support. Well, there's a goal. There was no cover in the middle there as Ricky Gillis slicks that away. As the ball was played away out to the right-hand side, a big gap appeared. It was Rickson trying to come into cover. And eventually the goalkeeper had no chances. Gillis just angled it away. Here's Moles. And Miller tries to curl it round. Laid on again by Moles. Just a little bit too much spin in it. Too much height. And the halftime whistle goes, and the first 45 minutes belongs to the young man who had that last touch, which was off target, but by Jove, he was on target today. Firstly, early in the game, that lob, which deceived everybody off the side of the foot, and then showing how well he can anticipate balls played from wide positions, sliding in there for the second. And then this glorious goal by Rangers, a superb header, and then that lovely little touch getting in before the goalkeeper. And as I said, St Mirren teaching Rangers a little lesson. Lapses in concentration, gaps in defence, and Ricky Gillis made them suffer. But at this moment in time, at half-time, Rangers handsomely ahead by 4-1. The only significant change at the start of this half is that Ronald de Boer is off and Billy Dodds is on, to add to that complement of Rangers strikers, both of whom we saw in the first half were outstanding. Bowles as a supplier, Miller as a finisher. Newman. Might have gone for it himself. Yes, Miller. Well done the ball too long. Sharper than that. Wilson coming up. Here's Dodds. Might go for it himself, but he does. Not far away. Well, Billy Dodds is a dab hand for picking the ball up just about here and putting little bits of curl into it and almost eluding the goalkeeper. Amaruso picks it up. Now Ferguson. Amaruso on the left wing now. What's he going to do with it? It's a game! Billy Dodds this time. An excellent play by Rangers ex-captain. He knew what he was doing as soon as he left his own defensive area to make that run like a left winger. And then several options and decided just to slide it in there to Billy Dodds, who laps that kind up. Rangers' fifth goal coming 12 minutes into the second half. I think we're going to be having another Rangers substitution. It looks like Neil McCann is about to come on. Here's Tugai. And he lies deep. Billy Dodds, deeper himself. Ferguson. Alberts is making the run. Brilliant run by Alberts. Is he going to let fly? He is, and swept across by Michael Moles, and Ibrox would have risen to the man if he had put that in the net. I think evidence of the lack of real match sharpness yet. And here's McCann about to come on. Goes off. Ibrox rising to the man who's had so many problems in recovering from that extreme injury way back last winter in Munich. Lovely little run there by Miller again. He really does that very well, Miller. Excellent penalty box player. Wasn't the easiest of chances because it was played wide, and he did get the corner out of it. That's a deep one again, and that's not far away. Really positive contribution there by Amaruso. 20 minutes left of this, and a great deal of pressure at this stage lifted from that man's shoulders, although he faces up to men's day of destiny on Tuesday. Bit of a race on here. And Amaruso running it over, he just couldn't quite get the final touch. So St Mirren trying to fight their way back into this game, finding it very difficult indeed. They've really got to try and exploit situations like these. I know it's a great save. That's a tremendous save by Christensen for a goalkeeper who's been pretty cold and inactive. An immense instinctive save coming through a cluster of legs to him. Condiment. Beautiful ball through to Newman. Billy Dodds. And oh, what a glorious goal! Superb strike by Miller. The broadest of smiles on the face of a young man who seems to have matured and given that precise touch to Rangers, which they've so sadly lacked recently. And Rangers, after a performance that has required finishing like this, well out in front. So win the corner kick, I think. No, it's a throw, they say. That's a decent ball across. Samaruso got hold of it. Ooh, that was very, very close. And I think it was a deflection that made it eventually very difficult for the goalkeeper. There's a deflection there, and the goalkeeper was left scrambling. Game out, snail's pace. There's Billy Dodds trying to go into it. He's not going again, is he? Been absolutely deadly today. Well, that's a very, very good save. From our angle, I thought he had sent the ball past cleanly, but you could see there the goalkeeper did get to it. The game now petering out. Rangers were in virtual command of this game throughout. Here's Ferguson. Albert. And it goes to McCann. Can he finish? He does! Yes, he finished that beautifully. And that rubbed the final salt into the wound. St Mirren had pushed forward, left little gaps like that, and a right-footed pass by Albert, finding the left foot of McCann. Rangers triumphant, and as I was saying, psychologically they had to be prepared for a game which will be infinitely more difficult. No question at all about that. So you can't read too much into this other than the fact that Rangers have got back self-confidence as the final whistle goes, and even though McCann finished with a flourish, the day has belonged to young Kenny Miller. A lot of disputes as to why he wasn't used earlier. Well, he was brought in to develop along the way, and he certainly showed it today. First with a lob, and then coming up to take that little slide in to add to the variety after a beautiful move, finishing with a header, and then getting in very sharply for a touch. Ricky Gillis eased the pace somewhat when a gap appeared in the Rangers defence. And then in the second half, Billy Dodds on for Ronald de Boer, doing what he does best of all, getting in sharply and finishing it off. And then Miller with a most handsome strike, getting his fifth goal. Nobody could have saved that. And then right at the end, McCann getting in on that, putting it in the back of the net. Final score, Rangers 7, St Mirren 1.
It was important that we start winning again, and I think we did Tuesday a good job. We brought in some other players today, and again the way they played with the movement and the goals, I think it was a good performance, especially the first half. Second half, some parts of the game was good, but I think I was very pleased with the first half.
For St Mirren to do well at Ibrox, we'd have to come here first of all with our best 11 players on the park and play well. Today we didn't have our best team in the park, and about 5 or 6 players had a wee touch of the flu, and we don't have the strength in the squad to change that. And when you do that, and then you go a goal down after a minute or two, and 2 goals down after 12, I think, to be fair to our lads, the effect, they didn't let their heads go down, they kept trying. It's more the effect it has on the Rangers players. When they score early and the fans get behind them, they're all wanting the ball, and Rangers passed the ball very well today, and it was a good Rangers performance.
I think we needed it as well as a team to get off the mark early in the game to sort of settle us again, as we did on Tuesday night. It was an early goal as well, so I think that helped us a lot with getting the first goal. We're not going 1-0 down and having to try and chase the game again.
And you got some great service for some of your goals.
That's it. That's it. I think a lot of the goals were down to some great passing and great crosses in for the boys. I mean, the second goal was a great ball and across the goal for Arthur. George for the third, Barry for the fourth, and we Dodges laid back for the fifth. It it was great service for the lads, and all credit to them for the crosses and the passes to me today.
He got it